Hey, I'm back, and today I want to talk about the Tokyo Olympics. I talked about this before, and it seems like they're going to have a problem with volunteers, and it seems like this problem is still going on. And I saw an article today that I thought I'd like to talk about. One of the ways they're trying to get new volunteers is through universities, but there's a little bit of a problem. So let's check out this article. So, if you take a look here, it says half of Tokyo's universities to use credits to convince students to volunteer in 2020 Olympics. So I was a little bit shocked about this. Technically, this is still volunteering because you're not paying someone to do it, but lots of people thought, like this says, whatever happened to the spirit of volunteering? So, of course, they had the strict requirements, which I talked about in the other video, which says you need to be able to speak a foreign language, you have to work for a long time. I thought it was just going to be like one day volunteering, but apparently it's not. You have to volunteer for the whole time or nothing, and I think it's all day. And if you've been in Japan this year, you know it's been really hot during the summer, so people thought like they're not going to be able to get enough volunteers. So what they try to do is they try to get university students to do this, and of course some university students were with it and they thought, yeah, let's do it. But lots of university students said, like, I have classes and things, I can't just, take off time to do this. Or maybe even if they're on vacation at that time, it's like I need to study or something else. But a few universities have been asked by the government to allow the students to, for example, change the day of their tests or give students special permission not to come to class that day, etc. And now they're actually doing something else. So it says here, in the latest move to entice students to volunteer for the Olympics, a large number of universities have begun to offer academic credits as a form of remuneration. According to Broadcasting Operation NHK survey, 49% of universities in Tokyo, both national and private, are now considering that option. I'm really surprised about that. They're offering credits? I guess, it's a nice thing to do to have that, but you think about, what is university really? It's not really for that. Like, if you look at somebody's diploma or something, you think, oh, they studied, not like they were volunteering a lot at the Olympics. But I don't know, I guess maybe it is, depending on your major, a good experience. So if you're going to be a translator or do something else in a service field, it might be useful, but I don't know about this. And it says here, while rewarding student volunteers with credits to advance their undergraduate programs is a nice gesture, the move also makes clear that the Olympic Committee does not want to pay for highly skilled individuals who must speak a foreign language, work over 10 full days, and sit through several training sessions, not to mention they must pass an interview. So this is what I thought was the problem before. Although in my other videos, some people did leave comments below saying they were going to volunteer, so I was happy about that. I guess it's helping the world. These people are really doing something positive, but I'm not doing it. So sorry. I hope they do actually get enough people to do this, but I don't know about this. And here they talk about what it means to volunteer, and apparently a professor named Masayuki Kobayashi from the Tokyo University, or University of Tokyo. I don't know if those are the same places. But anyways, he says, volunteering is essentially willing participation. As disaster volunteers and Olympic volunteers are inherently different, it's unacceptable that institutions are enticing university students with promises of academic credit. And that's kind of my thing too. I was like, you really shouldn't get academic credit for that. That's not good. And then other people talked about this and like, wait. For the Olympics, you get a school credit, but when people are hurt in an earthquake or a flood or something like that, if you go volunteer then you don't get academic credit? Isn't that more serious and something you should be doing and something that should be rewarded instead of just volunteering for Olympic Games? Olympic Games are great, I like the Olympics, but I think, helping someone in a disaster area or during some time of, extreme hardship is more important than the Olympics, but I don't know. Lots of people also agreed with this and said that's not volunteering at all, or that means no one wants to do it, which is probably right. I don't understand this at all. So those that help out in the Paralympics get credit, but those who volunteer during disasters don't. This is what education in Japan is about. So I guess lots of other people also don't think this is, great. So hopefully they'll be able to get enough people. I don't really agree with this, but let me know. I'll put a poll up here. Let me know if you agree with this and you think this is good. But in other good news for Japanese universities, here it says a university in Kyoto is offering free tuition for anyone over 100 years old and half off for those over 50. So I was like, what is this? But apparently it's actually going on. So at Hanazono University, they're doing this. So since Japan's population is decreasing, they're actually having lots of problems at university, and some universities are actually having to close because they don't have enough students. And so this university, I guess in a bid to get more students, has tried this, and I think it's actually good. So they said they established the 100 Years of Learning Scholarship. And it says, I think anyone over 50, I think it starts at 50 years old. So for example, if you're 62 years old, a 4-year undergraduate course in literature would cost a regular student 3,184,000 yen in tuition and set you back, let me see. With this, in tuition would only set you back 1,273,000 yen, which amounts to 60% off, which I think is pretty good. So it depends on your age. So if you're 62, you get 62% off. If you're 90, you get 90% off. And if you're 100, it's free. So I think that's really good. And there actually are a number of people in Japan over 100, although if they're fit enough to actually go to attend university and actually hear what they're saying and write everything down, I don't know. But I think it's good for people, maybe in their 50s or definitely 60s once you retire. I mean, that's good. You can learn something new. So I applaud this measure, and I think hopefully it'll be useful. I hope more schools do this, and I hope that people that are retirees, or even maybe not retirees, just getting older, take advantage of this, because this is a really good chance for people to get another degree, but also learn something new. So good job, Hanazono University. So lots of people complain. They said, what about young people? They don't get a discount, but I don't know what to say. I hope your parents have money. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't done that. And until next time.